I think it's kind of hard for us to understand the power of a king's word because we live in a democracy. And the closest thing we have to a king is a president. And when the president wants to make a law, then it's only a possibility that it might happen. Because really, Congress has to actually pass the law. A federal judge can rule against it and say, that's unconstitutional. You can't make that law. Many times, even the president will make a law, and the governor would say, well, no, I'm not going to enforce that law in my state. Or another president can come along the next year and change that law. But these people didn't live in a democracy. They lived in a kingdom. They lived in a kingdom where their king had ultimate authority, and they understood that the king's word was final. The king's word was it. The king's word was law. What the king's word, what he said would come to pass. No one could rule against the king's word. You could count on the king's word. And every Christian should be able to rejoice. Guess what? Because we also live in the kingdom. Yeah, you live in the democracy or the Republic of the United States, but if you're a Christian, you live in the kingdom of God and you serve the King of Kings. And if God says he's your shepherd, then that's it. He's your shepherd. If God says no weapon formed against you will prosper, that's it. That's the law. If God says I am your light and your salvation, that is final. If God says it's going to work out for your good, then understand it will come to pass. If God says I'm your keeper and I'm your shade upon your right hand, and the sun won't smite you by day nor the moon by night. If God says I'll protect you from all evil. If God says I'll keep your soul. If God says I'll protect you going out and coming in from this day forth and forevermore, you can count on that because the king's word is final. So you can rejoice even though trouble's all around because the king's word is final.